Hi Virgos, welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K and this is your January 2018 reading. I'm starting out with the Lenormand deck and I'm going to quick ask for an overall energy for the entire reading, please, in a 5-card spread. Dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Virgos with clearly defined messages regarding Virgo's life path here on earth at this time, on into and through to the end, and maybe a little beyond January 2018. Okay, so we have paths, we have choices, we have decisions. Which way do we go? Now, before I lay the 5-card spread, I am to cut the deck. In the middle of the deck, we have the Tower card energy. So this is speaking of success, big business. Now from the top of the deck, I'm going to do a 5-card spread. And the card in the middle of the reading is what is representing the energies of the 5-card spread. So we've got the cross energies. This is feeling burdened, stuck. The cross card energies also speak of grief, suffering, guilty conscience, and maybe destiny, or one's lower back. Now, in the beginning of the first 1 to 3 weeks, we've got the gentleman energies and a bouquet. So this gentleman is usually very well dressed, successful. Could be a male influence. It could be a brother, though, or a friend that is male, husband, boyfriend. And we have the bouquet, which is happiness, flowers. Maybe someone found out they're pregnant, and there are concerns and worries about that, feeling burdened. Sometimes that's the case with the very first baby. I don't know. Whoever's energies those are, that's how I felt them. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, we have birds. And so this is negotiations, this is meetings, this is speaking to one another about a situation. And you, with the broom card energy, wanting to sweep away all guilt associated to a situation. Now, being this is business, you could be celebrating something, especially if you're a male, regarding a big business decision that you have been tied to for a period of time with the cross card energies. And maybe you're needing to go and talk to somebody to change things up somehow. Maybe you want to sweep away something that took place through a negotiation or meeting. It could also be somebody finds out they may be having twins. And the broom card is about forgiving all that has been up till now. We got stuff to take care of and everything kind of just getting brushed off. That was maybe seemed important at one time, but now things are healing. But I do feel like with the broom card energy, somebody's wanting to sweep away all that they've worked for, but they're not sure how to go about that. So I'm going to pull a card from the Mary Queen of Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. I'm going to ask Spirit to please bless us with a clearly defined word of prayer that we can refer to when it comes to the end of the reading for Virgos. Sun, moon, or rising, male or female. It's a general reading for January 2018. So we're going to talk about career and finances, and then we'll go into romance. Okay. So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to try to change some of these up for different videos so it doesn't get so repetitive, because I want to enjoy it and get into it. All right, so I'm starting out with the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland, and I'm going to ask for spiritual guidance and messages when it comes to those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Virgo for the month of January 2018. and or into February, depending on where these energies fall in their chart. Career and finance, please. Oh, all right. Well, you're receiving the card representing you in your path here on earth at this time is this heartache and loss. In your thoughts position, Spirit is saying that your third eye chakra needs to be tended to a little bit, needs to be, you know, look up videos on third eye chakra, but really listen and communicate to Spirit for guidance at this time. In your relationship sector, maybe some of you are feeling burdened to some sort of heartache and or loss, and you're looking for guidance through the third eye chakra, through Spirit. And in your relationship sector, it's like, I don't know if they're telling you to stand your ground or you're feeling like you have to stand your ground. Yeah, in your creative aspects position, we have the base chakra lit up. So this has a lot to do with passion, things that we strongly desire, and that's right below the heartache and loss. In your actions position, Spirit is trying to tell you to take your time to choose wisely as you move forward from heartache and loss. Stand your ground when it comes to passion and what it is you want. I feel like some of you don't even know which direction you're heading in for sure. What does the life ahead of you look like? Write down an outline of what this year's chapter is going to be. However you want it to be is the way you can make it, right? Just like with business. What energies you put into love and happiness is what you will receive. Reap what you sow. So in your emotional aspects position, we have material and spiritual prosperity. Emotionally, you're going to find out that you're very passionate about something, and then when you put your energy into it, you will find that fulfillment. Coming up over the edge of maybe what you thought was a loss at some point. In your subconscious, we have recognition and reward. It's almost like being hurt and standing your ground as you're waiting to get the recognition you feel you deserve, or if you don't deserve it, you want it badly, but Spirit's saying in your actions position, first you need to take time to choose wisely because you haven't let go of a heartache and loss. And the passion's right below that. Do you want passion with this? How do you move forward with that if you're caught up in something else? It's almost like stand your ground within your own self and tell yourself with the number 7, this is about learning that you've climbed to a higher level spiritually and now you know what you want. So you need to stand your ground about whatever it is you and Spirit figure out is best for you ahead. In your day-to-day practical matters position, you've got the light card. So each day trying to figure out, if there's so much pain and heartache and loss, what is it that I'm finding myself passionate about? And how do I take the steps to bring that into light? In your inner strengths position, Spirit's providing you with a sacrifice energy. I think they're telling you it's time to get out of the mucky waters of heartache and loss and to go towards a beautiful rainbow with clouds that look like flowers. Stand your ground with what fulfills you in your own path by yourself and set goals to get to where it is that you are leading yourself. In the first week and a half to 2 weeks, it's a time of rest and rejuvenation, of connecting with Spirit, with the third eye chakra. They're telling you that there will be triumph when it comes to the concerns you may have regarding financial and material changes. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, Spirit's saying it will be a time to move on and to choose something different from how you lived in 2017. A time to move on from the emotional loss and sadness and heartache. It may be a time to rejoice in celebration, to connect with others, and to see if someone is your spiritual union. This new business, this new location, this contract, this client, this idea, this friend, this romantic partner. Yeah, in the next 4 to 6 weeks, there will be some sort of temptation here, and I feel like it's tied to this base chakra of passion and lust. And the heartache and loss that you're feeling, I think, is coming from not getting what you want somehow with that passion. But Spirit's saying, with the material harvest card, what you reap is what you will sow. What you put in is what you receive. If you turn away, they turn away from you. If you embrace them, they embrace you. So it's time to be done with the suffering in silence in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Heck, in the next 4 to 6 seconds. So that love can begin. Because something new cannot be reborn or born into your path if you haven't let go of the negative energies of the past. You can actually use the fertility energies to light up your heart chakra, because fertility is about planting of seeds. Fertility is about waiting to see what you can build, what needs to take time to grow. And it all starts within our own foundation. There has to be healthiness and happiness in order for us to achieve greater things. And Spirit, for some of you, is offering you spiritual guidance to do so. Something will happen quickly. And as it does, you're going to find that you're going through a spiritual transformation. You're going to be leaving this negative, empty, sad, depressed mind frame, and like a cocoon, you're going to be reborn with your wings, and you're going to see something differently in January into February. Wow. So I'm going to clarify. I'm bringing in love now. If somebody wants a timestamp at 12 minutes and 52 seconds, please provide love and romance energies and spiritual guidance for those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Virgo for January 2000. Whoa. Trust in Spirit, they said, when it comes to reconciliation. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so there was heartache and loss, and then I feel like maybe somebody is going to reconcile, or somebody's going to come into your space. They may bring you flowers. They may make you feel attractive. They may, whatever it is, and in your thoughts position, and maybe they already have, you're trying to pray to Spirit to get clarity about whether or not maybe someone is the right one for you. And Spirit's telling you, well, through your prayers, your affirmations, and your visualizations, Spirit will help to bring you and someone together. But use your third eye chakra to pray to Spirit and ask them how to do so. In your relationship sector, you're standing your ground. Because you know that great love is worth taking the steps that you're being guided to take. But is it great love? It's hard to tell, right? Because the heartache and loss is in the way. Signs are cautioning you everywhere. How can you make a decision in the next couple weeks? You can only trust that by praying to Spirit that everything will work out. Once you pray to Spirit, they've heard you, and you can continue on with what it is you want to do with your time and have trust and faith that they will manifest something beautiful for you. Pardon me. So in your creative inspirations position, some of you are still really wanting to have that lust and that passion, or somebody's going to come in and want it from you. Or where there is just a connection that's very passionate and Spirit's trying to tell you that someone's wearing a false mask. And it's up to you in your creative inspirations position to think about how to put that energy elsewhere and to observe a connection and the red flags and the deception until you have clarity before taking any steps in any direction in January. Now in your actions position, Spirit's saying choose wisely. If you're trapped in fear, you can't choose wisely. If you're trapped in heartache and loss, the signs are going to caution you so much that you won't even be able to move. Therefore, back to prayer we go, right? It might be a good idea to write down what it is your fears are. And then cross off your fears and say, in place of this fear, I'm going to set these goals. I'm going to accomplish this or that, and I'm going to get beyond the fear. In your emotional aspects position, we've got material and spiritual prosperity and attraction. Emotionally, maybe some of you are someone may be attracted to you because of your material prosperity. And that's where you're going to have to get beyond the fear of what I feel is that someone's attracted to you for your money, or that you're attracted to them for their sexual appetite. And therefore, again, there's heartache, there's loss, there's fear, there's trapped in, there's red flags in trying to make the right choices. And Spirit's saying all you have to do is enjoy life each and every day. Just enjoy each moment fully and let Spirit do the rest. Sorry, I put the other card in the wrong position. So, emotionally, you need to release and heal the past in order to have material and spiritual prosperity. That means to forgive someone else, for they know not what they do. We all make human errors. We head in the wrong path, even though Spirit's been trying to guide us into the right direction the whole entire time. We have freedom of choice. So we open ourselves to any experience that we choose. And we therefore have experienced everything that we chose, which is why we're dealing with heartache and loss. But in this moment, watching this video, it is time to say, I forgive others, for they didn't know what they did, and neither did I. What is it I needed to learn from this path I was on? And now how can I heal and move forward with this knowledge to experience more love in my future? In your subconscious position, we've got recognition and reward. Subconsciously, some of you are really hoping that if you stand your ground, even though the signs are cautioning you, some of you are using your experience and knowledge. I think some of you are going through a transformation of, you know what? Before it was about recognition, it was about passion, it was about being this center of attention, maybe enjoying a lot of passion and lust. But now Spirit's saying stand your ground and wait for great love and then make the effort. But pay attention in the month of January, because there's someone deceptive here tied to passion, whether it's you or someone else. And until you can heal and release from the heartache and loss of the past, you will not be able to enjoy more love in your future. And love is where it's at. This passion and deception and red flags and money and bad choices will continue to circle until you take the steps in your day-to-day practical matters position. In your practical day-to-day matters position, we have the light card energy. We have coming to the light, the truth of a situation. And you're going to come to the light when it comes to a connection that is very strong and magnetic. And the light may have to do with the fact that you have been so burdened by some sort of heartache and loss that you became deceptive and used passion because you were trapped in fear. It was a form of protection. And somebody here is fearing that their prosperity is what is attracting others to them, and it's making you guys look at the situation wrong. Chemistry is something that is created by spirit. God is what we have already, or love is what we have in our life every day. God provided us with the love of air, the love of family, the love of trees, the love of flowers, the love of friends, the love of people at the store, the love of everyone we're connected to in this world. And we try to go back and we try to create in a human way that passion that spirit brings in to draw two animals in to reproduce and to have a family tree. But the rest of our path is to be focused on how to heal and help others. By going through the experiences we've gone through, we now have the knowledge and the experience to help guide others. But if we're stuck in this circle of heartache and loss and red flags and trying to protect and defend, how do you know which one is love? Because when the passion dissipates, which it will, we welcome this person into our family and our friends and our atmosphere and our life, and we love them like we do the roof over our head and the food in our mouth. They become our best friend. And that is your world of love. You bring them into your world of love, and they bring them into yours, theirs. Your inner strengths have to do with sacrificing something, and for each of you this will be different. Are you sacrificing a viewpoint, a perspective, a thought, a way of looking at things? Most likely, through that heartache and loss, you are constantly looking for the red flags. You're constantly trying to make the right choice, but you can't because you're trapped in the fear of the heartache and loss, trying to protect yourself from the red flags, and then coming to the realization on a day-to-day basis that magnetic chemistry only gets you so far. Passion will eventually bring deception. If a relationship isn't tended to on a day-to-day basis like a flower. Passion comes when people are just giving thanks and are thankful for not only everything that's around them in their life already, but for those that have been blessed into their path that are kind and good. And you will be seen as kind and good as if you just enjoy life and give thanks to everything in it at this time, and to release heartache and loss from the past. Sacrifice the red flags, the heartache, the loss, the fear. Sacrifice maybe a codependent addiction. This is when we become addicted to a person, place, or thing, something that is earthbound. We need to remain independent so we can see clearly in our path. Independent of anything that clouds our path, so that we can enjoy everyday life again. So in the first week and a half to 2 weeks from watching this video, pray to Spirit through that third eye chakra energy. Listen to third eye chakra stuff on YouTube and pray to Spirit. Spirit's telling you with this card that Cupid's been aiming at you all along, that you are lovable and that you deserve love. And in the next 2 to 3 weeks, Spirit's also saying your soulmate may be different than your usual type. And that may be good, because it looks like your usual type is someone who caused heartache and loss, caution to red flags. You feeling like you have to stand and defend your ground. You feeling very passionate, but also somehow being surrounded by deception. And the deception is tied to material and spiritual prosperity. All of that's got to be released. Something has to be sacrificed. And maybe for some of you, this is someone who's already been down that path as well. So let someone in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Work on your partnership. Don't be in fear. Flirt and extend your lighthearted energies. And know that every connection may not grow to be forever. They could just end up being a really close friend who helps you to sweep away the burden of the pain of the past. And those are sometimes called soulmates. So the word of prayer that we pulled earlier for you is honesty. I'm in touch with my true feelings regarding the situation. Wow, couldn't have been more perfect than that for this reading. Now know that people use these readings, these energies that last into the next month, month and a half or so, to do a soul self-study where they write down what they hear each time they come back, and they ask themselves, why did I write this down? What did I learn about this? Who am I now, and how am I going to apply this knowledge and experience in my path as I move forward? So to close, I'm reading from the book. You receive this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty. If you are to proceed, what do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? What do you think about it? What feelings arise? And why did those feelings arise? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses or annoys you. Otherwise, you'll be reacting instead of taking charge of your life. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it's an essential component of healing the situation. This card guides you to take some time to evaluate and to understand your feelings. Remember, you're entitled to them, and they're neither right nor wrong. Very often your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. So, spiritual transformation going on for you guys as well. It's not about what has, what was. It's about what did I learn and who am I now? And what does this chapter look like as I move forward from today? Those of us who have gone through the most difficult paths are the ones who have the ability to help guide others. And everybody has a way to help guide others in a different way. I think now is a time to guide yourself back to center. And to communicate your true feelings as you are sweeping away from any guilt or shame of the past. So thank you again so much, Virgos, for stopping by my channel. I hope to hear from you in the near future and or to see you again when I do my next video, whenever that may be. If you'd like me to pull your personal energies, I'm available at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com. And the information is listed below. Happy New Year, take care, and God bless.